Now, it was Maruti back in the day that started this whole MPV craze with the Ertiga. Then they took that idea and they Nexaed it, which means they added some premium value and a bit of luxury quotient to create the XL6, and that meant capstan seats in the back, some cosmetic trimmings all around, and a generally more premium feeling car. Of course, since then the competition has gotten smart and launched their own products with even more premium features, newer engines and newer gearboxes, leaving the XL6 feeling a bit dated. Now, Maruti is not one to take an offensive sitting down, so we are here in beautiful Bangalore to get our first taste of the brand new Maruti XL6. Now, this car may look familiar, but it is by all means a brand new car. It gets a new engine, it gets a new automatic gearbox, and it gets significant cosmetic updates. This is AutoToday. My name is Dipayan and you're watching the review of the new 2022 Maruti Suzuki XL6. The 2022 Maruti Suzuki XL6 still retains the form of its first generation but builds on it with some significant changes to the styling. The first major change is at the front with the redesigned grille that now features a chrome crossbar that connects the headlamps. The headlamps too have been reprofiled. They now feature quad LEDs and an inset DRL. At the flanks, you have a new 16-inch alloy wheel with dual tone that adds fresh appeal. Although personally, I prefer the gunmetal finish of the previous generation. At the back, the taillights too have been revamped with smoked clear lenses and a new angular inset DRL. The spoiler too has been tweaked, and it also gets a functional roof rail as opposed to the cosmetic one on the previous generation. Once you're inside the cabin, you realize where Maruti have focused the bulk of their efforts. While the dash layout, including the stone finish, has been carried forward from the previous generation, the new car gets the new generation of Maruti Suzuki's CARPLAY Pro infotainment system, which comes with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as standard. There's a new UX too with some significant new functions that can be accessed straight through the system, including door lock-unlock and even tire pressure management. That aside, the big gap up vis-a-vis the competition are the ventilated seats that feature for the first time on a Maruti Suzuki. The seats too have gotten rebolstered with more cushioning on critical contact points that should make the ride as a whole lot more comfortable. Lastly, the new generation of the XL6 gets connected tech that allows you to remotely switch on the car and even set the AC temperature before you get in. Safety too has been upgraded with 4 airbags being offered as standard on the new XL6. All put together, especially from inside the cabin, the XL6 now feels a lot more premium with respect to the competition. Under the hood, the XL6 gets the updated 1.5-litre K15C petrol motor that makes 103 bhp, 2 bhp down from the outgoing car, and 137 Nm of torque. It comes paired with a 5-speed manual or a brand new 6-speed torque converter automatic. The manual is unchanged but pairs even better with the improved 1.5-litre with dual VVT. For the sake of this review, we'll focus on the new gearbox, which is the 6-speed torque converter automatic that replaces the ancient 4-speed from the previous generation. The 1.5-litre engine has more than enough power and torque for a laid-back drive, but it's too linear in terms of power delivery for spirited driving. The tune does benefit the fuel efficiency, which Maruti claims is over 20 kmpl even with the automatic gearbox. The 6-speed torque converter that has been sourced through Suzuki Japan is perhaps the most significant improvement on the XL6. Shifts are smooth and almost unnoticeable in the standard drive mode. Shift to manual and use the new paddle shifters, and the response times are quick and accurate enough for you to wish there was more power and torque on tap. It is a major enough improvement overall to consider the XL6 a much more complete product with a much stronger value offering. Finally, and although this was true of the older generation of the XL6 as well, the ride and handling are almost faultless. Now we spent the better part of the day driving the brand new XL6 in and around Bengaluru's Nandi Hills area, and we've come to a halt at a vineyard, which is a perfect adage for a car that has aged like a fine wine. Now the XL6 in 2022 does command a premium over its predecessors, which means a manual starts at 12.3 lakhs going up all the way to 13.05 lakhs, whereas the automatic starts at 12.8 lakhs going up all the way to 14.55 lakhs. Now, if you do consider the premium as a negative, I don't think of it as much because it does add a whole lot of features. You get a new engine, a much more capable automatic gearbox. Now, when you compare it to the competition, it still undercuts the competition in a big way with an almost 5 lakh rupee gap between this and its next closest competitor, which is incentive enough to have the XL6. But aside from that, also the car itself has an excellent value offering, and it's not one car that you should consider if you are looking to buy a luxury MPV on a budget. That's it from us. This is Didi signing off.